Oo, mahirap talaga, Diego, no? Most especially if you are confronted with some uncertainties, especially those who are graduating, yung mga patapos na yung college basketball careers. Yun ang mga you really have to delve into that. No? Kailangan you have to talk to them about the possibilities, ano ba yung mga pwedeng gawin, no? But in UP, when the pandemic started, we started like some Zoom meetings, no, all together, just like any other team. So ginagawa rin naman nila yan, eh. No, but the last time I talked to them was a couple of weeks ago as a team, when I finally bid myself goodbye, as their head coach. Syempre, hindi pa naman namin napili who was going to replace me at that time. So I just made sure that they're okay with that, to make sure that kasi most of these guys I recruited pa, eh.
Yeah.
So alam mo, in college basketball, it's a big deal kung sino yung nag-recruit sa iyo. It becomes uncertain for a lot of them pag bago yung coach na papalit. So yun naman ang kailangan i-address mo as a coach who's leaving, hindi naman totally leaving them, pero hindi ka na makikialam syempre sa coaching chores.
Yeah, I like the point that you mentioned, because I listened to a podcast yesterday na si Robert Bolick daw, when you tried to get him for Ateneo, you were honest with him na expiring contract ka na, so you weren't sure if magiging coach ka pa rin sa Ateneo by that season, by the following season. So you were telling him that para yung decision niya, kasi baka yung next coach nagka-try out na naman siya, so magugulo yung buong isip niya, ganun. So that's why he didn't end up going ata rin to Ateneo, kasi syempre nga medyo hindi pa sure kung you were gonna stay long term or not. So that's good that you're honest with them, even now in UP, that you're able to still express that yun nga, hindi ka na magiging head coach, pero you're still the program director of the team. Pero you mentioned nga rin na you resigned recently, like 1 month ago, and I'm curious lang if that was something on your mind ever since before, like when the season ended, or recently lang yun pumasok sa isip mo nung pandemic, and what was the decision process for you in finally moving on from that and being the program director na lang?
Alam mo, nung I took over from I took over the program 5 seasons ago, coming from Ateneo. Iniisip ko na yung process on how, kung hanggang kailan mo susubukan, kasi during the time like season 79, hindi mo naman iniisip, although you would like it to happen, hindi mo iniisip na magiging successful yung program mo, eh, no? So para bang iniisip mo, okay, I'll give this 3 years, para mabigyan mo yung sarili mo rin ng chance. As a coach, bigyan mo rin yung program ng chance para tingnan mo if you can do better than the other coaches who have handled it, no? So after 3 years, season 81 na yon, we were able to get into the finals, no? And after that, ang iniisip mo na kasi nasa point na ako ng coaching career ko na hindi mo na, parang hindi ka na hindi mo na to. Ako, on a personal note kasi, Diego, hindi ito yung iniisip ko na magiging lifelong or lifetime career ko. Okay. So parang iniisip ko, kailan ba ako titigil? Kailan mag-i-end yung coaching ko, and then try some other things na ito yung next phase ng buhay ko. And that thought started after we went into the championship, that season 81. So iniisip ko, ano ba yung magiging transition, plus what kind of parang legacy or process am I going to leave UP na mas magiging maganda. So ang nasa isip ko is, it has to be a program that is not personality based. Ibig ko sabihin, Diego, katulad ng Lasal, if you take away any coach any day, the program will continue on. No? The process will continue on because the structure is already there. It's the same thing with Ateneo. It's the same thing with FEU. No, hindi siya magka-crumble. No, it's not na tinanggal mo si coach ganito, magka-crumble siya because lahat it's based on his personality and all of that. No, and I wanted that because I coached Ateneo, so I knew the structure, I knew the organization na ito yung dapat. No, kasi sa UP before, after a season or after a couple of seasons, pag nawala yung coach, zero na naman, no? Umaalis yung. So that was the kind of thought process that I had na gusto kong maiwan sa UP, no? Na hindi ito about me. This is not about anybody, but this is about the school, this is about the university, this is about the institution na merong structure of organization for our program na kahit sino yung nandyan, it will continue on. No? Tuloy-tuloy lang. So, after that, nag-iisip na ako with the management, with our sponsors, kung ano yung mabuting gawin. No? So, yun ang naging culmination process. Yung officially, I already resigned kung sino yung papalit sa akin. But it doesn't matter because regardless at the time kung sino papalit, the structure was already there. Pupunta na lang yung coach.
So yung sinasabi mo ang structure, it's really interesting nga kasi syempre gusto mo syempre yung long-term success ng school and ng team kahit hindi na ikaw yung head coach. So maganda nga yung vision na yun. Pero I'm curious lang how you were able to construct it like from the foundation, like from the beginning, and how do you intend to keep it long term since you're not there anymore as the head coach pero yung process gusto mo tuloy-tuloy pa rin? Paano yung parang mindset mo or yung pag-formulate nga ng plan na yun?
Well, ang UP kasi is unique. Unique in a sense na ito na siguro yung programa na very less yung financial help coming from the school itself, no? Being a public school, very minimal yung public yung funding, no? Kasi napakaraming varsities sa UP and it should be like democratized. Ibig sabihin dapat pare-pareho yung suporta, no? Uniforme, scholarships, but after that wala na. That's how the sponsors who are mainly alumni, no, na sila yung magbibigay ng funding, sila yung magbibigay ng parang hindi ka kasi pwedeng gumalaw especially in basketball kung wala kang finances din because you need training, you need equipment, you need food, kailangan mo ng dormitories and all of that, no? So yung mga sponsors na yan are the ones who are helping us on that aspect. And then here comes yung mga supporters like initially the Nowhere to Go but UP Foundation. Okay, that's chaired before by Renan Dalisa, and now it's the team manager. Our team manager is Ags Overo. Sila yung nagbibigay ng direksyon niyan, no? Sila yung unang sumuporta niyan. So right now, what we did wasn't just to focus on the team na paglalaro lang. So nandun na yung sa organization namin, nandun na yung academic support, okay? Nandun na yung marketing support, nandun na yung mga siyempre yung mga recruitments, no? Yung support in terms of how to support yung aming mga players, no? Aside dun sa court. So yung merong organization, merong structure of organization na nakapalibot dun sa team. Okay? So lahat 'yan ultimo syempre yung paghahanap namin ng next training and all of that. The coach will just have to ask us, no? Kasi kung ano yung gagawin niyan, no? So yan yung sinasabi kong the structure of the organization has to be solid. no, hindi siya pag nung nakikita nung player, hindi ako loyal sa coach, but my loyalty belongs to the institution, no,
Yeah.
yung organization itself.